Good morning. In lieu of a sermon on this fine intergenerational Sunday, the Stewardship Committee, which is comprised of Jeff, Miles, and both Stephanies in the congregation, is really pleased and proud to present to you the first production. There will surely be many more on its way to Broadway, of I'm Confused, Who is Giving and Who's Receiving. The Chancel drama for Stewardship was written and directed by our own Jeff Stinehelfer, who may also be heading to Broadway. But it's been really fun and a delight, and we want to appreciate all the parents who supported this as well. We hope that the message contained in this serves as a reminder of the value and importance of stewardship. So without further ado, we present Pilgrim's Children. Yes. And you will feel so inspired that we hope that you remember to complete your pledge cards by our December 8th goal. There's hard copies in the narthex. If you'd like to do it today, you can place it in the offering plate, or you can email them online to the financial secretary. Thank you.
"43-year-old St. Francis of Assisi is teaching children in a classroom in the village Monastery on November 24th of the year 1224, exactly 800 years ago.
But of course, St. Francis is late. Always I saw him begging in the village before I ran up the hill.
My mother says he's always begging for something.
Don't be too hard on him. St. Francis does a lot of good for people. Did you see Olga and Lada in the village? I thought they were already here. I wonder where they are.
Shh! Quiet. Here comes St. Francis.
Good morning, St. Francis.
Good morning, St. Francis.
Good morning, kids. I'm sorry to be late. There's just so much to do.
It's okay, St. Francis. You are pardoned.
Okay, let's get started. You know that the first thing I do is collect all your cell phones.
We're sorry, St. Francis. But what's a cell phone?
Never mind.
You told us to bring our pets. Yes. You told us yesterday that we should bring our pets today.
That you would bless them.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
You are pardoned.
Again!
Ew! Sorry, St. Francis. I should have taken him to the courtyard before class.
Ew! It's okay, Aidan. Accidents happen. Anyway, I thought you kids could help me today with something I'm writing.
Another book?
No, not a book. I'm working on a poem, like a prayer.
Because my mother says all your books have been banned.
Yeah, by the king. Banned from all the villages.
Why were they banned anyway?
That's a long story for another time when you're a little older.
Where did they take all your books?
To a church far away. The books are in that church's library.
What church?
You can't tell anyone. If you do, I get in more trouble than I am in now. Promise?
We promise.
My books are at Pilgrim United Church of Christ.
I've heard about that church.
Me too. I heard anybody can go there. They love everybody. Will the books be staked there?
I'm pretty sure they will be. I'm told that nobody ever goes into that library.
Maybe we should get back to your poem.
I'm trying to come up with a title. I have lots of ideas, lots of words. I thought that maybe you could make sense of these words. Maybe match them up somehow. Some of them are opposites.
Yeah, I see like doubt is the opposite of faith.
Of course.
Darkness is the opposite of light.
Thank you.
Hatred is the opposite of love.
That, for sure.
Sadness is the opposite of joy.
That works too.
Despair, so that's the opposite of hope?
Yes! Thanks, kids. I think it's coming together now. With your help. But I still need a title.
I just want to say that if everybody felt all that love and hope and joy, then our village and all the others would be peaceful places to live. But St. Francis, what about giving and receiving? Are they opposites?
You know what, Harper? I'm not sure that they are.
What do you mean? They seem like opposites to me.
Here's an example. Harper, please give your pet to Sydney.
Okay, but we'll see give it back.
Harper, how did you feel about giving your pet to Sydney?
Like I was giving her something that is really valuable to me.
Sydney, how did you feel when you received Harper's pet?
Like she was giving me something that was really important to her.
So in both the giving and in the receiving, there was something happening that was real value to each of you.
St. Francis, I'm trying to understand what you're getting at here.
Me too. Let me try another way. Olga, please come into the class now. Olga.
St. Francis. Hey, where have you been? We miss you.
I'm not sure why, but St. Francis asked me to wait outside until he called me in, and then go back outside, so bye.
So, what did you notice about Olga?
She had on a red vest.
And she had on a hat that said giving.
Right, and what did we already learn about giving?
My mom always says it's better to give than receive.
No, silly, not that. St. Francis is teaching us today that giving does feel good. And that's okay. Like when I gave my pet to you, Sydney.
Right again.
But what about receiving?
That's exactly what I expected someone would ask. Olga, Olga. Now, what do you notice about Olga?
Well, she still had on her red vest on.
But she has a different hat on. It says receiving.
I'm just doing what St. Francis asked me to do. He said that when he calls me the first time, come in and out of the classroom through the front door, then run around through the courtyard, and when he calls me the second time, come in through the back door, and while I'm through the courtyard, put on this other hat.
So you could help him make the point to us about giving and receiving. That's when we give. It feels good, sure, but at the same time, we get just as much in return, maybe even more. In giving, we receive.
Right again. In giving, we receive.
Hey, wait a minute. There's something going on here. You aren't Olga. You're Lada. What's going on?
Olga, Olga, come back in.
I'm confused. Who is Olga?
I am Olga.
Who is Lada?
I am Lada.
Who is giving?
I am giving.
Who is receiving?
I am receiving.
I hear music. They're playing instruments down in the village. St. Francis, is class over for today? Can we run down to the village?
Sure, you are wonderful kids. Run along now. Peace be with you. Peace. Instruments, peace. I think I have the title for my poem. Lord, yes, that's it. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. My dog! Where's my dog? Sydney, give me back my dog!
St. Francis of Assisi had been born into a family of wealth, but intentionally adopted a life of poverty and itinerant preaching. He was friend of bishops, friend of the poor, friend of nature, and friend of animals. 2 years after he died, St. Francis was canonized by Pope Gregory IX in 1228. His legacy lives on in a poetic prayer. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. You can join the